Well, good morning, good day to you, the internet student people types. Welcome back. Mr. Yurko here. I'm going to talk to you today about the shed design project. Specifically, we're going to be looking at how to set up a spreadsheet for calculating your costs. Okay. So right now I'm working inside of my Google Drive. You can do this from within your Microsoft OneDrive as well, but I'm going to be doing this out of my Google Drive, and we're going to be setting up a spreadsheet. I've got a folder set up for my project, so I've already gone into my Drive. I've set up a new folder to keep track of all of my supplies for this project, and I'm going to create a new spreadsheet. And I'm going to create that. And this new spreadsheet is going to be a thing that I'm going to keep track of all of my costs. So this is going to be, go up and make sure I title my spreadsheet appropriately. So let's go shed design project. Materials. Okay. All right. So a spreadsheet is nothing more than a calculator. It's a calculator and a graph. So you've got these cells that each individually act as a calculator. So if this is 5, 4, this I can type values in here, and I can use each of these cells as a calculator. So this, if this cell C is equal to cell 5 times, or cell 1 A1 times cell B1, then there's your answer. So this, I can come in here and create that. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here are my first column, my second column, and then is my third column, which is nothing more than a spreadsheet. If I grab that little rectangular box, I can copy that formula down. So now this is cell A1 times cell B1, cell A2 times cell B2, cell A3 times cell B3. You can see that right up here at the top. Okay, so that can show me how that works. I can insert rows, and I can label it. This is quantity. This is cost. And this is, that's my total cost. Now let's say change that. If I want to change something, I just go in here and I can type right up in this line at the top in my formula box. Cost per item. Okay. If I want to freeze a row so that as I scroll down the page, I don't lose that heading, I can just come up here to view and freeze that one row. So now as I scroll down the page, I don't lose that. I can also freeze columns. So if I want to insert, say, a column, right click, insert on left, and then I want to say item 1, we'll call it A, B, C, D, whatever. If I want to keep this column, I can view, freeze, one column. So now as I roll up and down, that column, this top row stays, and then as I move left and right, that first column stays. So column A is always here and row 1 is always here. So what the heck are we going to do with this? Well, you're going to be setting up a spreadsheet for the cost and tracking of all the materials for your project. So let's see. We are going to need rebar for our concrete form. We are going to come in here and say, well, we're going to need 10 sheets of 10-foot rebar if they're $10 a piece. then the total cost is $100. If we're going to need concrete and we need 5 yards of concrete at $125 per yard, that's $625 in concrete. If we're going to need 2x4s by 2x4s by 12-foot long boards, and we're going to need 4 of those to make the perimeter of the thing, and a 2x4 by 12 is currently $12. That means we have $48 spent. If we need stakes, and we're going to need a stake every 2 feet for the thing, and our perimeter is going to be 48 feet. 48 feet, so that means we're going to need 24 stakes at, say, $30 a piece. We're going to need $72 in stakes. We need to buy screws. Probably going to be buying them by the bucket. A bucket of screws is about $90. Of course, we'll have some left over, but I'll take care of it. So you can quickly see how this works out. You can also use the value of any of these formulas, like the finished things, to sum stuff and to add them together. So just because we put a formula in here doesn't mean we can't use that as a further as inputs for future things. So for example, if I want to sum all of these, I can say, put that in here and type in equals sum of all these values. There you go. So this is my total cost for the pad. All right. For now, that's for materials. We haven't factored in labor and other variables. That's how you set up a spreadsheet. You're going to want to take a look at some examples of spreadsheets that you can find on the interwebs to determine what type of spreadsheet and cost estimates you want to put together. But that's the basics. So go ahead and work on what you think you need, and it'll be awesome. Let's create cool stuff.